All right, so if you're watching this video, hopefully you've already read through all of the kind of slides up here. I don't expect that you memorize everything that's in there. It's totally okay. Like, I'm not going to grade you on like your reading comprehension of what is a compiler. I want to really get to the important part, which is our actually completing our exercises. So if you read through this prompt, you're going to find that you have your exercise 1 here. And so basically we have an interconnection between our Google Drive, which provides the content and the kind of instructions, and then the work that actually gets done inside of our VS Code. Okay, so this is what I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to walk you through how to complete the first exercise and identify some key points here that I think are most important. Basically, we're always going to find the instructions in Google Drive, and the completion happens inside of VS Code. So we're going to pop over to here, name. You can see that it matches these two, and all it's asking you to do is create a program that prints your name to the screen. Okay, I want to highlight a few important points for our first code that we're ever going to write. Coding is very specific. Like if we have a miscapitalization or the letter is not quite right, it's going to catch it and it's not going to run. I'm going to highlight some key points in here. For us right now, with where we're at, we are not going to mess with any of this stuff here, any of this kind of outside stuff like this and this. These things in green are comments. They're not going to be they are meant for human readers, not for the computer reading the code, trying to like process the code. So you can ignore this. You can delete this if you want, but you can't delete the rest of the stuff. Key points here, like these brackets are really important. This bracket, you can see when I highlight one, it'll highlight like its corresponding partner. And what that tells us is basically our entire file, everything we do in this name file needs to be between these two brackets. For us right now, all of our code is going to be lived inside of this main. It's called the main method, the main function. All of our code is going to live right inside of these two brackets. If you put something outside of those brackets, it's going to give you an error. It's not going to build, lots of problems. So I'm going to try and keep this video short. So key points, yeah, just make sure don't delete the other brackets. The brackets are important, and then do write your code, yeah, inside of these two. So let's see. The first thing I need to this one's just going to check and see if I can just print something out. It's not really going to care about what I can print. So I'm going to do system out print ln. Ln, it's not. I know in the text it might look like an I, capital I, lowercase I, something like that. It is an ln, print line, ln for line. So if I just do like hello. All right, and then last thing, so I'm gonna write this code. This is the code to print something on the screen. This is what I'm actually gonna text. A couple important things that I see from students regularly. Anything that we're printing out here needs to be inside of quotations. Quotations let us know that it is a word and not a number or not some other type of data. Anything inside of quotations is treated as a word. It's called the string. We'll get into more of that later, but it needs to be inside quotations is enough for now. Capitalization is important. Last thing, every time in Java, we'll love getting used to writing semicolons on everything. We run that. Now we run it. Let's see, we'll allow access. Hopefully we can see our terminal down here. The stuff should show up in the terminal. You might get a little bit more like messy stuff before it. That's okay. That's just part of the program running, basically. Yeah, so I see I might have a bunch of weird stuff up here. Okay, anything else? Okay, so that I have my first code written. System out print hello. I can put whatever I want in here. Casey Moden, I guess. That's my name. Run that in here. Compiling, building, running, and we'll see that. All this other messy stuff I don't really care about, but we can see that I'm actually printing this out. Okay, last thing. I need to actually, and now I have written my first assignment. I need to submit it. I need to get credit for it. So I'm going to right-click on here, and I'm going to hit Submit Solution. Submit Solution. We should see this big thing running. Basically, what this is going to do is it's going to take your file, shrink it down, send it off to the server. The server is going to check to see whether your work is right or not. If it's correct, it's going to, well, you'll see here in a second, it'll say all tests have passed. And most importantly, maybe, on my side, I will see, hey, this student has completed this assignment. They've done this correctly. They met all the conditions. If, for example, I had written something different, like maybe I hadn't put anything in here, I could also right-click on here, do Submit Solution, and let's see what would happen there. In this case, this one shouldn't work, and it might give me an error. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, so we see it gave me an error. Some tests have failed on the server, and then it'll say, you know, I didn't get any points. This is the test that we were trying to run, and this is what happened. You didn't print anything. So it's giving you some hints about like what went wrong with this. It's a really powerful and integral part of our class. So I'm going to leave it there. I try to make this as short as I could. Hopefully it's short enough. Let me know. Hopefully that gives you a good place to get started with as you kind of build your knowledge up. Of course, you'll run into your own unique problems, and that's where myself and your classmates are there to help you. So I'm going to stop it there. See you.